what are the specific tactics you use or you advise your clients to use to actually build out that owned media, help them, build that database?
Sure. So there are a few, and I'm also happy to zoom out at the end because I think you asked for some guidance on questions regarding how salespeople can uncover the key points or the pain points their clients may be facing. So as far as how to build the database, there are any number of tools to do this. And again, you mentioned on one, SMS or text marketing is really a major untapped way. And so on our website, as well as any number of others, you'll see a lot of times an incentive pop up or an incentive form that encourages people to give their cell phone number in exchange for a purchase-based incentive. That's one way that's probably untapped in the vast majority of our audience that the audience can take to the street tomorrow and begin to sell. Very few people, or very few businesses, I should say, are maximizing the ability to build their database through SMS. The other way is through any number of related opt-in based campaigns or give to get campaigns. The historical example is white papers. I think now what we'll see start to happen, as opposed to true written content, we'll probably see more of that content come in the form of video, even in cases of thought leadership. And that would be another opportunity and example to ask a prospect to give you their email address and contact information in order for them to get your high quality proprietary content. Ultimately, in getting to some of the best tactics, because I do believe, especially in the age of COVID, every business is in a different situation, many cases from day to day, especially locally. So in our opinion, what we do is we really try to take a strategy first approach and zoom out with 3 questions. And the first question is, what is the outcome that the client is seeking? There are any number of segments, categories that a client may have. And so the client really needs to be as specific as possible with an outcome. And, more and better are not outcomes, they're adjectives. But if someone says they need 85% market share, that's a very specific outcome with a specific tactics we can marry to it. If someone needs a new retention funnel for a specific customer segment, that's a very specific outcome that we can deliver tactics for. And so we also, in doing that, then ask, how is victory currently pursued, right? Which is why we ask about strategy, because we need to know what we're aiming at. We need to know what victory looks like. And we need to be on the same page with the client to ensure optimum return from the campaign and getting where they need to go. And so understanding what victory looks like for them, and then tying it into the sales question of the audience asking themselves and presenting it to the client, right? Which mediums and messaging strategies are going to be most effective in light of their answers to the prior 2 questions? What does victory look like to them, and what are their desired outcomes? And so from that, even within CRM, we can talk about incentive-based tools. We can talk about give to get content. We can talk about how a brick and mortar business or any physical presence business could ask someone for their cell phone number as a step of opting into their public Wi-Fi. The tactics, and especially for large retailers like big box and dealerships, that's one that's worked well, is collecting phone numbers at Wi-Fi sign up in our experience. And so from that standpoint, understanding where the client is trying to go will really unlock every tactic and then some, in my opinion.